Hey, 24/7, I'm a real one. I ain't got no money problems, I ain't got no children. Dodging baby drama, whoop, that's a close one. Like a host, but her face like she hosts some. Whole food shopping, and she work out every day. You know them popping stomach on apple cider vinegar. She do something to me good. Got you thinking me and you something. Thought it was. Hey.
Introducing the starting five for your Houston Rockets. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 28. At forward, 6'4", number 8, Jay-Sean Taylor. At guard, 6'3", number 1, Joe. At the power forward position, 7 feet 7 inches, number 20. At shooting guard, 7 feet 7 inches, number 10. Number 10. Your Houston Rockets head coach is Steven Silas. Make some noise for your Houston Rockets.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Well, one thing is certain. Anyone who looks at Draymond Green's scoring is missing his impact. Last season, Green had the most 15-plus assist games in NBA history by a non-guard. And he averaged more assists and more rebounds than he did points. And his defense, of course, remains all NBA. Guys?
What a unique player. And defense is his calling card for sure. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs, the guard pair, Murray and White. Draymond Green is out there with Keldon Johnson, and it's Gonzalez in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Rockets, they've got Mr. Incredible, Jay-Sean Tate out there with MP. And it's Wall, and it's Şengün in at the 5. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, Kevin, you know, when you've got experienced players on the court, then you typically have a composed team. And that means that you won't see either team really get rattled. And I think because both teams have great experience, we're going to have a hard-fought, competitive matchup where neither team really is flustered at
all. Outside, Gonzalez. Pass to Green. And again, San Antonio turns it over. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Mr. Fundamentals.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team will be.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
It's stolen. And even 3-on-3 break. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. It loose. It's stolen by Wall. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Şengün. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here is Mr. Incredible. White covering. Rejected by Murray.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
Gonzalez, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Wall. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Rockets ball.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
A new lineup here for Houston. Here's Tice. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Now here's White. Here's Gonzalez. And good that time. And that's now 6 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
You know, whenever White sees an open teammate, he's getting the ball to him right away. No hesitation.
Gordon kicks to Tice. And another three for Houston.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For San Antonio, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Gonzalez. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for one.
His first
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
I think they've got to consider throwing a few different looks his way early on. Especially if he keeps shooting like this.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Gordon against Johnson. From the stripe, rejected by Gonzalez. That will count. Still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And teams often try to slow down point guards with bigger defenders. But, Greg, you locked up without that edge. How'd you do it?
A little athleticism, Kevin, and a lot of desire.
We've got Daniel Tice. DJ Augustine out there with Gordon. Then it's David Nwaba. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Now Augustine. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Guys, Augustine's so good at staying under control on these difficult finishes. Great focus from the veteran.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over. One shot.
And that one misses.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. And that's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Outside, Gonzalez. No good, unable to end this run.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Inside. Şengün with the bucket. Şengün's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Murray, the pass to Gonzalez. And it's blocked by Gordon. And there's the pass to Mr. Incredible. On the wing, MV to the left side wing. Augustine against Murray. 4 on the shot clock. Uncovered. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
I agree with you. I mean, the points off the bench, that disparity was decisive. You got to have all hands on deck for this one.
So both teams making some changes here. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Johnson in the corner. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. To halt the run, it's rebounded by Houston. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Gonzalez's shot is off.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Murray against Wall. Lets it fly. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And another three for Houston.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how... Their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets ahead as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-5 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We did make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that tonight. And who knows, might give the starters a kick in the pants. No one wants to be outshined.
Over to Kenny now. Your take on the Spurs.
The energy on D stood for disappointing. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, Derek White is out there with Jones. Then it's Johnson, then it's Young, and it's Gonzalez in at the 5, down low.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Gonzalez. He's got 18. Knocked away. Now here's Tate. He's tightly guarded. Young with the steal. Gonzalez down low, misses in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Wall's shot is good.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Up top, Gonzalez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gonzalez has got 20.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played, offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for MP. And San Antonio with the change here too. Brown's checked in for Gonzalez. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Tate kicks to Wall. Pass to Gordon. Back to Wall. Here is Mr. Incredible. Buries it down low. Mr. Incredible's got 5 minutes.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Spurs trail by 18. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice. His body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
59 seconds left in the third. Gordon, the pass to Tate. Over in the corner, Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Gonzalez, he's checked in for Moses Brown. Green comes in for Young, and Murray subbed in for Jones. Now here's Gonzalez. 20 points for him, and there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Gordon with the drive, and then Gordon with the dunk.
I like how Gordon stays low to the ground, keeps that center of gravity anchored. Quick driving inside, and excellent finishing at the basket.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Gordon against Murray. And here's Gordon. He has 5. 6 to shoot. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Gordon's got 7.
Even when Gordon is under pressure, he finds a way to score the ball. That's what he is. He is a determined and capable scorer.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Spurs have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
One shot.
So it's the Houston Rockets taking a 19-point lead into the break, and they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The backcourt made up of Wall and Green. MP is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Mwaba in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Gonzalez. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Wall. Outside, Green. And another 3 for Houston.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now here's Gonzalez. Johnson, the pass to Gonzalez. Ball's knocked loose. And a wide open look for MP. And another 3 for Houston. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
And boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
So it's the Spurs now after the Rockets pick up 3. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. Are you excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Houston making some changes. And he makes both free throws. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Christopher. White covering. Passes it to Şengün. And Houston again with the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight will make it 46.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series, with 2 left to be played against the Spurs.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Wall.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And so here is Houston after the basket by San Antonio. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to House. 5 to shoot. The 10-footer. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
House the pass to Sengu. And that one is stuffed right through.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.